Guys, on this video today I want to share with you some words of wisdom that I was given a few years ago, and honestly these words have just stuck with me and they've really helped me to get through the challenges that I've faced in the last few years. So this was at a time where I was still working full-time. I was in my full-time career and I was doing my life coaching training on the side. So I was working and building up the business on the side, and at that time I decided to get myself a coach because at the end of the day I'm a huge believer that as coaches we need coaches because obviously I have my own blind spots, and I really wanted someone who can help me to think bigger and help me to achieve my goals. So had the first conversation with my coach at the time, and he got me to think about what it is that I wanted to make happen. What were my big goals? And I shared with him, I was like, wow, I'd love to one day have my own business. I'd love to have my own coaching clients. I'd love to be able to run my own workshops one day and build a presence on social media. Like at that point it was just so far-fetched. Like these goals were just so far in the distance at that point. I was like, wow, it'd be great if I could someday do those things. And dreamed really, really big, and I was bursting with excitement and I felt super passionate. And at that moment he said to me, he was like, wow, that's really, really great. Like all that's really amazing, like that's all good stuff. And then he said to me, but it's not going to be easy. So at that point, it was kind of like my bubble was like burst a bit, and I was like, oh, just kind of, just brought me back down to reality. But honestly, that was like the best thing that I've heard, the best thing that he could have said at that time. And I really appreciate and value the fact that he said that to me. So why is that? Well, because, it's so easy for us to, have these big goals. We like have these big goals, we have these dreams, and we're bursting with excitement and passion, and we're like, yeah, I'm going to make this happen. And then in our minds, we just think of it as it's going to be like the linear journey. So we're here now. This is my goal. I've just got to work really hard and it's going to happen, within like a year or two. Well, the reality is very, very different to that. So especially for me, I've experienced so many challenges on my own journey. I've had so many highs, but then also many lows as well. There were many times where I expected something to go a certain way. I was like, okay, this is my plan, this is what's going to happen, A, B, C, D, and then a curveball was just like thrown my way, and then everything that I planned just got knocked knocked down, and then suddenly I had to, have a plan B and, think of something else. Like, I was really, thrown out of whack at that time. And, there have been, many times on my journey where I've doubted myself, and I'm like, is this for me? Am I good enough to do this? Each time I, face an obstacle and a challenge. But that's when, those words came back to me, and then, I reminded myself of, well, this isn't meant to be easy. This is meant to be hard. Like, if it was so easy, would I really, appreciate it? Would I really value all my goals when I achieved them if they came so easily to me? So, it was from having those words in my mind that's helped me to stay really motivated and resilient as well, because I was like, well, this journey is going to be tough because this is something that I want so much. So each time I would fall and then pick myself up again, really build that resilience. So I bring it back to you then. Is there something that you really want? Do you have a big goal? And does this big goal excite you? When you think about it, do you have that excitement? Are you bursting with excitement? And if you are, then that it's important for you to make it happen. Don't let that fear of it being difficult, that fear of failing, hold you back. So you might have a big goal in your life right now. It could be your career, it could be business, it could be finance, it could be your health, your fitness. But you might be holding yourself back thinking, yeah, I really want that, but it's going to be hard. So, my message to you is, yeah, it's going to be hard. What makes you think it's going to be easy? If it's something that you want so much, why should it be easy? And how much would you value and appreciate it if it was easy? But again, ask yourself, if you want it so much and it's important to you, why should it be easy? So prepare yourself. Again, for me, I prepared myself for the fact that it's going to be difficult. And that was just huge for me. I was like, right, okay, I don't expect this to be easy. I expect it to be really hard. And so it kept me motivated the whole time. So have your goal and be like, yes, okay, it's going to be hard, but I can get through this. And that a few questions to ask yourself is, is this something that you really want? When you think about it, are you burning inside? Are you like, I have to make this happen? And my second question to you is, why is it important to you? What is this goal going to bring you once you achieve it? How will it benefit you? How will it impact your life? Write these things down, really get into the feel of why this is important to you in your life. And then I want to ask you something else. And my question to you is, have you ever faced a challenge in your life before? I bet more than anything, you've overcome a challenge in your life before. So that just shows that you can do it. You can do hard. So in the same way that you've overcome a challenge before, you got yourself through it, you can absolutely do this again. So I like to think of it as like a toolkit. You have your toolkit of resources, your courage, your motivation, your resilience, your strength, your inner power. You've got this. So you've got all of that from your previous challenges, and you can use all of that, your resources in your toolkit to get you through the challenges that you're going to face in the future. So you've absolutely got this. Honestly, you just have to believe in yourself. It's like having faith, right? You don't know, you're not certain, but you just have to have that belief in yourself, that know that you can do it. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'd love to know from you, what challenge have you faced in the past that has helped you on your journey, that you've overcome, and you're like, right, I can use this now for my future. I've built up the resources to help me for future challenges. Do comment below. So hope you loved it, and please do show some love with a comment and a like if it gave you some insight in any way. And of course, if you have any friends, I'm all about spreading positivity and sharing messages with people we know that will benefit. So if you know that a friend needs a push, a bit of motivation, then do send this video to them as well. Have a lovely day, and remember, you can absolutely do this. Bye.